Good morning, students. We'll discuss brief comparison of combustion system and knocking system in internal combustion engines. First of all, we'll discuss about the stages of combustion in spark ignition engines. Then we'll discuss what are the stages of combustion in compression ignition. Then after the comparison of combustion in spark ignition engines and compression ignition engines. So this combustion, the stages of combustion, one is in the spark ignition engines, we are giving spark and the suction stroke air is induced inside the cylinder, air and fuel, both air fuel mixture. The mixture is prepared in the carburetor. That air fuel mixture is entering inside the cylinder and that air fuel mixture next compression stroke it will compress. Then after, before reaching the TDC and the time of compression stroke, maybe 20 to 18 degrees before TDC, we are giving spark. By giving spark, origin is created. The flame origin, because of flame spark, the flame origin is created. By using that flame origin, one flame front is preparing. Why? Because once origin is created, there no doubt at all flame first spread to the boundary. After spreading to the boundary, then it will move normal its direction. That is a common criteria of combustion system. Any flame travel direction, it will move like that only. You can test yourself. Then that flame front is created. Up to that point, from creation of the origin to preparation of the flame front is called ignition lag. This ignition lag is purely, it is a chemical delay period, not physical delay period. It is purely chemical. Why? Because air and fuel mixture is taking place in carburetor at 1 atmosphere pressure. How it is possible means the fuel, whatever the fuel we are using in spark ignition engines, that fuels are volatile its nature. All fuels are volatile fuels only. So volatile fuels will easily mix with the air. That's why at 1 atmosphere itself we are mixing the air and fuel. Once flame front is created, then that flame is propagating normal its direction from the spark plug to the piston crown. It is traveling normal its direction from the spark plug to the piston crown. Then it is called propagation of the flame. So the propagation of the flame is majorly depend upon the flame velocity. If high velocity, the propagation of the flame length is less. At the end of this propagation of flame, once flame is reached from the spark plug to the piston crown, then we will get the peak pressures and peak temperatures. Next, then after, piston already started, we are not getting peak pressure at TDC. After TDC, maybe 8 to 12 degrees after TDC, we are getting the peak pressures. After TDC, then this piston already started its way of expansion. Then it's called flame propagation. From that point, whatever the residue air fuel mixture is there, if any residue air fuel mixture is there, then burning of the residue air fuel mixture will take place. It is called after burning stage. So the combustion is three stages of combustion. First one is ignition lag, second one is propagation of the flame, third one is after burning. In out of these three, the main important is the flame propagation. How flame is propagating means based on the velocity of the flame. If velocity of the flame high, then flame will spread easily from piston crown to that spark plug to the piston. So the major driving force is the propagation of the flame or flame velocity. Then come to the combustion in CI engines. In the CI engines, you can see the combustion stages. Here also, here at the suction stroke, only air is induced inside the cylinder. We are not sending fuel. That air only compressing. while piston is moving from BDC to TDC, before TDC, before 20 degrees or 18 to 20 degrees, we are starting injection of the fuel. In SI engines, air fuel mixture entered inside a cylinder, but here only air is compressed, so dense air is available in cylinder. Upon the dense air, we are injecting fuel by using the injection system. The injection pressure must be 4 to 5 times higher than the dense air pressure. Then only mixing will take place. Air fuel mixing will occur. We are maintaining that much of high pressure difference. Otherwise, mixing will not take place. So here first, while we are injecting the fuel first mix with the air. First it has to mix with the air. Then after it absorbs heat from the surrounding compressed air and reaching self-ignition temperature and auto-ignition will occur. So that stage, whatever the stage we are discussing, the initial droplet, once we start injection means continuously we are injecting fuel, there is no doubt. The first droplet of the fuel, while it is entering inside a cylinder, it first mixes with the air, means sufficient oxygen, it is searching for burning, then absorbing the heat, physical delay period. Second, chemical delay period for reaching self-ignition temperature. Then after, auto-ignition will initiate. That point is called delay period. Start of injection to start of combustion. Start of injection to the start of combustion is called delay period. Okay. In SI engines, start of origin to the flame print preparation. That period is called ignition lag. That is only chemical delay period. Here, physical and chemical both is combinedly, it is taking major role. Then after, at the time of delay period, first droplet doing all these things, but continuously we are spraying the fuel. The accumulated fuel at the time of delay period, whatever the accumulated fuel is there, that accumulated fuel at the time of delay period, the accumulated fuel at the time of delay period, sudden burning. Why? Because ignition initiated means automatically sudden burning will take place. Entire accumulated fuel, that is called uncontrolled combustion or rapid combustion. Uncontrolled combustion or rapid combustion. Here, this one, how we can control? We can control by the controlling the delay period. We are reducing delay period, then accumulation of the fuel we can reduce, then automatically we can reduce the uncontrolled or rapid combustion. Generally, if low delay period is there, we are not, after uncontrolled combustion, we are not reaching the peak pressure. If high delay period is there, means after uncontrolled combustion itself, we are reaching the peak temperature and peak pressures. Then after that is called uncontrolled combustion, rapid combustion, the second stage. Coming to the third stage, once accumulated fuel is burnt, then after also we want power output. We are injecting fuel, immediately fuel is catching fire. So that third stage is called controlled combustion. If proper delay period we are maintaining, at the end of controlled combustion only we are reaching peak pressures and peak temperatures. Otherwise, if delay period is too long, so at the end of uncontrolled combustion itself, we are reaching the peak pressures and peak temperatures. Once it is reached peak pressures and peak temperature, that will come 8 to 12 degrees after TDC only. Then after, whatever the we will stop injection of the fuel. Then whatever the fuel is available inside the cylinder, that fuel burning will take place in next, that is called after combustion stage. But this fuel burning will take more time, 2/3 movement of the piston expansion, so the combustion is taking. Why? Because in SI engines, air fuel mixture already available, so just we are burning, so it will not take more time. Here, every fuel particle was to search the oxygen molecules from the air. One side sudden burning happen, that area oxygen is completed, but our fuel is available there. So again it has to search. Heat is there, but it has to search the oxygen. So that's why for complete combustion of the fuels, after combustion stage, it will take more time compared to spark ignition. So these are the four stages of combustion in compression ignition engines. Then you see the comparison. Compression ratio, homogeneous mixture we are sending, no doubt. The compression ratio is varying from 8 to 8 is to 1 to 11 is to 1. Here, air alone entering inside the cylinder. The compression ratios are 12 is to 1 to 22 is to 1. And here, single definite flame propagation is there. One point origin is created, means from that point up to it is same normal its direction it is moving. But here we are injected fuel by using multi-hole nozzle, single hole nozzle, different crown shapes or direct injection, indirect injection. So many methods are there. So where catches fire we don't know. And here for complete combustion, turbulence, velocity, we are increasing the velocity of the flame is more than sufficient. But in CI engines, spirals are required. Why? Because each fuel molecules first want to attract, centrifuge the oxygen molecules. So each molecule centered oxygen rounding is required. It's called spirals. So in CA engines, swirls are required. That's why swirl chambers, indirect injection will give more swirls inside the engine. Next, at one point it will occur the combustion and the slow pressure rise will takes place in SI engines. It is a multi points and sudden pressure rise will occur. And SI engines, there is no physical delay period. Why? Because already air fuel mixture is mixed outside the cylinder. But CA engines, physical delay period is playing major role. The injection pressure is low, then it will take more time to initiate the combustion process. Because the fuel has to mix it in the air, want to search the oxygen, it will take time. And next, air fuel ratio in SI engines is fixed. In air stoichiometric, a rich mixture means maybe 8 is to 1. Stoichiometric air fuel ratio, that is 16 is to 1. Maybe lean mixture 20 is to 1, like that. But CI engines, air is induced inside the cylinder. So air, mass of air induced is fixed at the suction stroke, whatever the volume is there. In that volume, the sufficient amount of the mass of air is entering. But fuel we are supplying according to load. At full load condition, the air fuel ratio is 18 is to 1. At full load condition, the air fuel ratio is 18 is to 1. But at no load condition, the air fuel ratio is 80 is to 1. So fuse air fuel ratio variation is there. It is one type of advantages also. Advantage, because the carbon monoxide in the exhaust gas is very less in CI engines. Because every time full load condition engine will not run. So every time excess oxygen is available. But SI engine carbon monoxide, the exhaust gas carbon monoxide percentage is high. Because stoichiometric air fuel ratio we are sending, sometimes we are sending rich mixture. At that time, less oxygen we are supplying. So complete combustion of the fuel will not take place. And due to the after combustion stage, fuse after combustion stage, overheating of the engine will occur in CI engines. Due to that overheating of the engine, in exhaust gas, NOx, nitrogen will react with the oxygen and it is forming NOx. This is the drawback of NOx is the dangerous pollutant. Drawback of CI engine. But SI engine, there is no overheat. Single, different speed, different direction, flame is moving and it is producing high pressures. So one advantage is there, one disadvantage is there. Next, delay period as long as possible, then we can means it is good for the effective combustion. Here we are using high octane value, means high self ignition fuels. Here delay period must be low because the uncontrolled combustion is increasing. For that low purpose, high cetane value means low self-ignition temperature fuels. If self-ignition temperature is low, the compressor rate temperature is high, automatically delta T is increasing, the effective heat transfer will occur. So this is the major difference between the next knocking in SI engine. For pre and knocking will occur by auto ignition and pre-ignition. What is auto ignition? CI engine already we discussed. Fuel catching self-ignition temperature by absorbing heat from the surrounding air and reaching self-ignition temperature and ignition is initiated is called auto ignition. Without spark, the ignition is initiated is called auto ignition. Without giving spark, the ignition is initiated, then it is called auto ignition. Then come to the pre-ignition. By spark only ignition is initiated, but not from the spark plug. Somewhere else, where it will possible. After a long run of the engine, the carbon deposits will takes place near the exhaust valve and near the gaskets joint, near the head and cylinder joint and near the exhaust valve. Due to that, carbon deposits will act as a hot spots. By that light, hotspot light, ignition will initiate. That ignition is called pre-ignition. Okay. But pre-ignition we can eliminate. Simplest simple method. Whenever we are moving to service after 2000 means 2000 kilometers, 1000 kilometers, 5000, like that we are moving service. At that time we are cleaning the head, then we can eliminate that pre-ignition. Auto ignition, how can we can eliminate, we will discuss now. Then definition of the knocking, that is main important. The definition of knocking in SI engine is a violent gas vibration and audible sound produced by extreme pressure differentials leads to the very rapid rise during the end part of the flame front propagation or second phase of combustion. The definition. Knocking in SI engine, it is a violent gas vibration and audible sound produced by extreme pressure differentials leading to the very rapid rise during the early part of uncontrolled or rapid combustion. These are the definitions. I will explain now one by one. So, suppose spark ignition engine. We are giving spark and flame front is generated, then propagation of the flame will come and it reaches the flame front is reached the and the end of the flame propagation we will get the peak pressures, then expansion will occur. Then after combustion stage, this is the normal combustion. Means once here we given the spark, origin is created, then propagation of the flame occur, that flame front is created. That flame front is moved its normal direction from the spark plug to the piston. While it is moving, the burnt fuel and unburnt fuel is separated by the flame front. There is only the thin layer separating burnt and unburnt fuel. At burnt fuels contains high pressure and high temperature. The burnt fuels contains high pressure and high temperature. No doubt. The burnt fuels contains high pressure and high temperature. It is applying where it is applying on unburnt fuels. Due to high pressure and high temperature application of the unburnt fuel, the last stage of the unburnt fuels may reach self-ignition temperature. May reach self-ignition temperature. If it is not reaching, our normal burning will take place, there is no issue. But if last stages of the flame, unburnt fuels reaching self-ignition temperature, then one more flame front is created. The collision of these two flame fronts leads to knocking. Okay. So, the second stage. After combustion, after reaching peak pressures only, knocking is occurred. That is only definition. Is a violent gas vibration and audible sound produced by extreme pressure differentials leading to very rapid rise during the end part of the flame front propagation. combustion. End part means after combustion stage, not starting part. Okay. Come to the CA engines. CA engines auto ignition is the driving force, but based on the delay period. If less delay period, we will get the normal combustion. Somewhat moderate delay period, peak pressure rise are occurring. Second stage, uncontrolled combustion stage itself. If more delay period, then more accumulation of the fuel will occur, will come into the picture. Due to the more accumulation of fuel, sudden burning, it will creates violent vibration and sound inside the engine. It is called knocking in CA engines. You see the definition. Is a violent gas vibration and audible sound produced by the extreme pressure differentials leading to very rapid rise during the early part of uncontrolled and rapid combustion. Second stage only, early part of rapid and uncontrolled combustion. Knocking will occur in CA engines. Why? Because of more delay period. If I want to eliminate knocking, I want to reduce the delay period. I want to reduce the delay period. What we want to do, I will discuss. Here, I want to reduce the knocking means I want to increase the self-ignition temperature of fuel. Then I can eliminate the knocking tendency in SI engines. Then you see the comparison of knocking in SI engine and CA engine. In SI engine, after reaching peak pressures, knocking is occurring. In CA engine, early stages of uncontrolled combustion, we are getting the knocking. How the parameters increasing? Suppose self-ignition temperature of fuel. If I increase the self-ignition temperature, I maintain high self-ignition temperature, then I can eliminate knocking in SI engine. Because last stage of fuel will not reach the self-ignition temperature. If I a low self-ignition temperature I am maintaining CA engines, less delay period is coming. So automatically I can reduce the knocking tendency. Next, ignition delay period must be long. Here must be short. Compression ratio you want to maintain low. Inlet temperature low, inlet pressure no, combustion wall temperature low. These are inlet conditions all you want to maintain low. You are maintaining high, automatically the end stage of fuel will reach the self-ignition temperature and leads to knocking. Here you want to maintain all high. Why? Because we want to reduce the delay period. So the first droplet after entering inside the cylinder immediately catching fire means there is no knocking tendency in CA engines. So these are all things we want to maintain high in CA engines, maintain low in SA engines. Speed. Actually high speed engines are SA engines, low size high speed engines are SA engines. We can eliminate the knocking. Low size and high speed. Low speed and large size engines are CA engines. So these are the parameters we are capable to control in SA engine one form, CA engine one form. Then only we can control the knocking tendency. This is the brief comparison of the knocking tendency and combustion in compression ignition engines and spark ignition engines. Okay, we will meet next class.